Hi Aquarius, how are you? We have the Page of Cups. Here's this nice little innocent uh, person that wants to be helpful and wants to assist. So you could have this person around you. All right, somebody that's very warm and caring, very communicative, wants to assist, a huge supporter, a support system for you. This could be a friend, a family member, coworker. But this is a card of Pisces. It's a water sign, a sister sign to Scorpio. Be careful because what lies just beneath that sweet little innocent aspect of that person and that personality, here we have the King of Cups, which is the card of Scorpio. You very likely could be dealing with the Scorpio this month, Aquarius. So just beware because there's an underlying secretive dark aspect to Scorpios in general, and it's not a bad thing. It's just part of their personality, part of being a water sign. You have this depth to you, and because they're so fixed, they can be very secretive, and they can be very much into keeping up appearances. Really, really based on what their rising sign is. So just again, none of that's a bad thing, but it's something to be cautious with. I'm seeing that here. I'm seeing this master of emotions, and this is somebody that knows how to be very manipulative and someone that's very in control of their own emotions. But they're faking this niceness when really they will literally take you down if it's gonna mean that their reputation is hindered. Do you see what I'm saying? So those are awesome qualities. Like maybe I wish I could fight like that a little bit more, but just be careful because there's this sweet assistance aspect, and then there's somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. Okay, someone, and on top of that, we have the Ace of Swords here. So this is somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. So you could be being played for a fool. Be very cautious of that. See how that depth just soaked right through that Page of Cups? That's what I'm talking about here. And the reason why I went into all of that kind of negative side of that is because we have this Knight of Pentacles as your significator card. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is nothing more than assistance. It's careful planning, it's logical thinking, it's ensuring success because of slow movement. Okay? It's slow approach to making changes, it's slow approach to making decisions. But when this is reversed as a significator card, there are really bad decisions being made, poorly planned out, and even worse executed, and even worse communication. Okay, this is not a good placement. And here's the thing, when we're talking about all of this scorpionic energy and this clarity and this kind of vindictive emotion play, this is exactly what we're talking about. Okay? And I am definitely not, for the record, I am not saying that all Scorpios are like this at all. But when I see this card and these cards right here, I know exactly the type of personality that I'm talking about. Okay? Okay, so this is the personality that you definitely want to be very careful of. Um, this is somebody that's very cautious of how they look in public. They have no idea what they're doing, and they will bury anybody to make sure that they don't look bad. All right. Um, and again, here we are with the same kind of mentality. So I don't know if you two are playing off each other like this, or if they're taking on something's happening here. It has to do with this Mars energy, I'm sure of it. But um, Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this is a card of, this means that there is a lack of getting to the final success point. At least not this month, maybe next month, maybe next year. Ten of Pentacles reversed is not complete success. but working towards it definitely, because we do have the King of Pentacles. That's why the King of Pentacles is here, because he's working, trying to ensure the success, honest, upright, steadfast, um, very worthy, upright individual. Okay, this is an earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is somebody that works consistently, works through their emotions. They don't play games. They know what they're doing, but they stick to their business and they mind their business and they do their business. That's it. Okay. These are the types of people that you ultimately want leading the ship. All right. You want earth signs to be at the helm. Um, ultimately, but it's only after they've been in their position for years and years and years. And ultimately, they usually work their way up to the helm anyway because of their consistency. So, uh, and actually, a really good combination is like a Capricorn, Virgo, and an Aries. And I mean, when you have like a bunch of air signs and a bunch of water signs running the ship, it's like a disaster zone. Like, look at your job placements, and if you could find out the signs of people that are in leadership positions, the amount of cluster that occurs when certain types of groupings of signs are at the helm is a direct indication of what's going to happen with the company. It's so funny. It's really funny. But anyway, the reason why I went into all of that, Aquarius, is because we have this card here. This is you, okay, King of Swords, reversed. So this has to do with you being off kilter, but this also has to do with scheming and mind control and manipulation and anger and rage, okay? So I don't know if, and we'll put some clarifiers on this in the extended, but I think there's this air of, now, I feel like there's this air of everybody wanting to come off as this type of person and this type of leader, this type, or you could be dealing with a water sign and an earth sign, definitely. That could be what's going on. And both of them are throwing you for a loop and it's causing you to be very frustrated. Okay, base level, easy to say that right out of the gate. But I think there's all this underlying layers of what's taking place. And I feel like because of this personality and what's going on here, not you, them, um, there's like this wanting to have this air of being like this, but because they're actually not like this, they're screwing everybody up. And I think you're starting to see it. Okay, they're not actually helpful. They think they are, but they're not. They're not honest, but they think they are, but they'll lie right to your face. Right? And I think you're starting to see through that nonsense and starting to get a true picture of that actual personality type. And you're sitting here trying to figure out what to do with them, and it's really throwing you for a loop because you actually trusted them. All right, let's pull another layer. I'm going to leave these here because these are kind of important cards. All right, Aquarius. 3 more cards for Aquarius in December. 3 more cards for Aquarius in December. Yeah, let's cut it. I wasn't going to. You guys are throwing me for a loop this month. Okay. Hanged Man. High Priestess reversed, 9 of Cups, and the Hermit. A lot of people have been getting these 3 cards. Okay, bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. This does have to do with accolades, leveling up in work, focusing on work. So you're coming off this tailspin. And now you're trying to take it all in. Okay, you're reassessing, and look, the Hermit, which is the card of Virgo again. Very good energy to be around, very good energy to be like when you're wanting to pull back and which is not your nature really, but kind of get back to that rooted feeling. Which I don't know if you feel that in general because you're ruled by Uranus, but if you have some strong Virgo placements, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he's here up in the mountains, okay, spending time alone with introspecting and retrospecting, you know, his own oneself, okay, analyzing the whole situation. But looking back at maybe when you knew you should have paused and waited, looking back at when maybe you were overindulged a little bit too much, and just kind of looking back at these moments. And the theme that's coming in here with these cards specifically, because the card of Virgo, the Hermit, is significant, is the significator, is you're telling yourself, I should have known, I knew better. I knew better. I knew I shouldn't have. I knew I should have. I should have said something. I should have done something. I shouldn't. Okay? Because this person, I feel, is kind of taking you for a ride. Okay? In a bad way. You're onto it. Okay? You're definitely onto it. Okay. 3 more cards for Aquarius in December. Now, I'm going to say also, please don't leave comments below. That's them, not me. I know. Okay, for one, you're watching a general tarot card reading, so please don't get up in arms about it. It's a general reading. If you want a personal one, order a personalized one. Secondly, we've all been watching tarot card videos long enough to know that these energies can be flipped. So this could be energy for the cross watcher. This could be energy for the actual Aquarius. Don't mention it because it's something we already have all really known. Okay, and if you didn't know, now you do. In general readings, the energies can be flipped. Okay. And I'm not mad. It's just there's always somebody, that's them, not me. You're a bad reader. And it's like, oh my God. You're seriously watching a free YouTube video and then you're going to complain about it because it's free and it doesn't relate specifically to your situation. Okay. I feel bad for you then, if that's your level of awareness. Okay. Now I'm all irritated. I'm trying to clear out my own energy because I'm all irritated. Okay. Whew. There we go. Aquarius, December, life and love. This is very work related. I will say, Aquarius, I'm not picking up a lot of love stuff. Let's see what happens next, specifically because we just have a lot of pentacles. We have a lot of personalities and a lot of pentacles. Six of Wands reversed, 4 of Wands. Very conflicting cards. Okay, the card of victory and the card of victory or failure, really, because it's reversed, and the card of celebration. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands. So this is the card of, or not the King of Wands, the Emperor. This is the card of Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries. Aries is also ruled by Mars. But the thing with the Emperor is he always is fighting for the greater good. Okay, he's extremely ethical and extremely moral. He's not going to play these crappy mind games. He doesn't care what people think about him. He's going to stand up for what's right. He's going to stand up for what's good. And he's not going to waste his energy and time worrying about what, 1, other people think about him, and then 2, playing mind games to get oneself ahead in life. And that's literally a waste of energy, is how he sees it, okay? No, this other Scorpio energy, they'll do that all day long. They're big time schemers when they have those types of energy. Um, and when they have those types of insecurities, which they clearly do. So be very careful. But what this is saying to you with the Emperor is to remember. And we also have the King of Wands here too, so I like this because both of these fight for the bigger purpose, right? They're not fighting for the fight; they're fighting to protect the family, they're fighting to protect the village, fighting to protect the company, right? For the greater good. Not fighting to get ahead in one's career. So wands, 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 wands. So we have a lot of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, beautiful energy. Another energy that's good to be at the helm or a big supporter, like a confidant in the workplace. But so underlying tone. So this is reminding you when all this stuff is going on, as you're looking back, Aquarius, this is reminding you to remember what's important. It's not about winning. It's not about getting accolades and becoming the victor. Okay? It's about being in a place and providing an atmosphere and providing resources and providing success to those around you so everybody can celebrate. Not celebrate you, everybody can celebrate the success. Do you see the difference there? One is a little selfish, one is selfless. And this isn't really that bad, okay? But when that's the goal, it ends up turning bad because it's a reverse. So there's a failure here when that's the goal. There's success here when everyone's success is the goal. It's about building up your people, building up your relationship, not just one, not just two, but having the goal to build everybody up. All right? And that's what the King of Wands does. That's what he cares about. He cares about the whole. And when you do that, when he can do that, when you can work together in that manner, not in a fake way, because there's somebody in this picture that's very fake. And there's somebody in this picture that's very real. And then there's you. And when you can be around somebody that's very real, success, ethically and morally driven, purpose driven, raising the whole driven, that's when you have a win-win situation. That's when you leave bad energy. That's when you leave poverty and it turns into a win-win for everybody. That's where real success can come in. Okay? All right, Aquarius, I love you so much. I'm going to stop right here.